serious?
First things first, I didn't actually see the game because I was working. And I know people might go, why are you reacting to why are you reacting and doing a video when you didn't actually see the match? But to be honest, I'm not going to react to the match itself, although the stuff I heard was pretty damn bad. If you want to watch passionate videos, go and watch Jam Sarni's. I've already seen his, brilliantly put together. Even if he thinks it wasn't as coherent, honestly, that is one of the most passionate videos I've seen in recent memory. Thane SCFC Fan TV, Gilesy, Bad Mistake, whoever else. They'll end up doing a good job of summarising the game because they'll have all seen it. All I can do is react to the result in the context of the result. And there's a few things I need to get off my chest here because this is the type of thing that is just completely inexcusable. Whatever way people try to dress it up. For me, I did say after the Charlton game that I felt that there was a bit too much of a meltdown after that game. But I'll tell you what, after this game, more than justified. Absolutely 100% more than justified. Any Wigan fans who might be watching this, I apologise in advance if anything I say it sounds disrespectful. It's not intended in that fashion. And fair play, Wigan's one of the clubs who, like Sunderland, have put up with a lot of bad times in recent years. In the last year or so, but either way, it's still horrendous. They could have potentially gone out of business. And from their perspective, to get a win like this, and they're actually showing a lot more fight to stay up than we are to go up. And fair play to them. By the sound of it, they fully deserve the victory. And for their fans and for what they've put up with, hopefully you stay up. From a Sunderland perspective, though, that is an embarrassing result. It's absolutely horrendous. If you're wanting to get into the top two, that's a game you've got to be winning, especially in a game when you took the lead in. And as everyone knows me by now, this is the sort of a result that really irates me more than any other. When you've took the lead and then not bothered to do your job defensively, and yes, I probably am going to use the phrase not bothered, because I'm sorry, if there's no way that you can claim you're going to go for top two and lose that game from a winning position. You've got to be winning that. Simple as that. And one of the things I want to ask this squad, actually, and it's something that was brought up on one of the SCFC Fan TV panel shows, I think, a long while ago. Is there a conspiracy theory out there that some players that are at Sunderland in some ways don't want to get promoted because they know that they're not going to play for a club as big as us, get as much wages, play for a club as this stature, and all that? And if that's the case, I think I'm going to lose respect for almost every single one of these players because they're putting the club's league status and league position in jeopardy, just for their own careers. That's not the type of character I want to be playing for Sunderland. And I'm starting to question that because there's no way they can claim they wanted that result. By the sound of it anyway, Wigan wanted that result a hell of a lot more than what Sunderland did. And there's just no way that can be dressed up. There's no way that that's acceptable. And the only way now that we are going to get top two is if Peterborough decide to turn it into Sunderland 2.0 and start messing about. If they do that, then we might have half a hope, but we've still got to do well in all of our remaining games. We've got Blackpool and Hull to play in the next two games, and if we're putting that in against Wigan, God help us in those two games. God help us. Tell you right now, Blackpool would probably beat us, and the only thing now that we can really do, unless people chuck it away, which they're probably not going to because they're scoring goals, and they're kind of bothering to keep clean sheets. Something that we need to regain, by the way, because I don't know where the hell the clean sheets have gone all of a sudden. But we've got to try and regain momentum for the playoffs. We had momentum. Look at what happened. We won at Wembley, for goodness sake. How the hell have we lost the momentum? How have the players allowed that to happen? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely pathetic. Lee Johnson's not completely blameless, and I'm not saying for 1 second that I want Lee Johnson out, because I think that's ludicrous. But come on, these last couple of games, But to be fair though, you look at the goals we conceded in the Wigan game. That's on the players. There's no way that you should be. It's schoolboy stuff. Defending, it should be basic, and we're not bothering to do that at the moment. And you can say Luke O'Nine's not a defender. Yeah, well, a few games ago that wasn't a problem. But I agree. I think Bailey Wright, the sooner he gets back fit, the better. But I don't know how he played in this game again because I didn't watch it. So, what more can I say? And the one last thing I will say before I try to wrap up this incoherent mess of a video is that if we don't go up this season, which embarrassingly is looking more and more likely by the minute now, and again, there's no way for me now that Hull and Peterborough are not finishing first and second. So congratulations to them both. They've wanted it a lot more than we have. Simple as that. But the embarrassing thing is, if we don't go up, this is the third season. We've got ourselves into a position where we could have got automatic promotion, and we've blown it. The first season, we were 2 games in hand on Barnsley, level on points with them, and we still somehow contrived to not even finish third, which is looking likely that could happen this season if we're not careful. And then last season, albeit we didn't know that the current pandemic was going to hit at that point, to that extreme anyway, we had Gillingham and Bristol Rovers. If you win those 2 games, we would have gone up second on points per game. I think some of these Sunderland players and the management need to ask some very tough questions here, because this is not good enough. And if this is the type of character and this is the type of mentality we've got at the club, get lost and never play for us ever again. I'll let me leave you there, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe if you wish to.